There are many different ways to express in language. Poetry and prose can be written in English, Hindi, Marathi, Punjabi, and other languages. Poetry is the process of creating a literary piece using metaphor, symbols, and ambiguity. And prose is a simple writing of story, text, and paragraph. It has characters, a situation, a mood. It may be a happy story, sad, thriller, horror, or sarcasm. There are different types of prose. It may be about a biography of a person's life, or autobiography, news or short stories about the current situation, fairy tales and stories for kids, or it is written in many other topics. Do you know? Prose and poetry are different. It does not comprise of words which are used in poetry. Prose tends to comprise of full grammatical sentences. Poetry is an expression of emotions and ideas. It is an imagination of the poet. There is a story about chimney sweepers by an author Charles Lamb. Here I am using one part of the story to show you difference between prose and poetry. Take a look here. Did you see that? The topic of the story is chimney sweepers. Now I'll tell you the story. The little children who are sometimes sold or kidnapped are made to work as chimney sweepers, and they work in suit. The poet William Blake has written the same content in a poetry. Let me tell you. When my mother died, I was very young, and my father sold me while yet my tongue could scarcely cry, weep, 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 weep. So your chimneys I sweep, and in suit I sleep. Did you see that? Is poetry and prose same? No. They are different because poetry has different style and has rhythm. Prose is a form of written language that usually exhibits a natural flow of speech and grammatical structure. It does not have words like poetry. So the topic of story was same, but it was written differently. There are 6 common types of poetry. Take a look in this picture. Did you see that? These are 6 common types of poetry. Now, I'll tell you about this. First is lyric. It expresses personal thoughts and feelings. It is like a song that consists of verse and chorus. Second is sonnet. Sonnet is a 14-line poem. The rhyme scheme is fixed. Do you know? Shakespeare has written 154 sonnets. They are very famous. He has explained the beauty of his friend and wife. In one of his sonnets, he addressed a young man to whom he was very close. He has also explained the beauty of his wife. He compared her charming face with moon, eyes with river, and her face redness with pink flowers. This is how he beautifully explained his love for his wife. Third is epic. Epic poem is a lengthy narrative poem. It always focuses on supernatural such as God or angels. Ramayana and Mahabharata are epics. Fourth is ballad. It also talks about story. This poem is same as the folk songs of cultures and traditions. It does not talk about divinity. It is different. It is a simple narrative poem of folk origin. Fifth is elegy. Elegy is a poem that focuses on serious views and thoughts. It is a type of poem that expresses sadness, especially for somebody who has died. It may explore questions about nature of life and death or immorality of soul. So it is a poem that reflects upon a subject with sorrow or melancholy. Sixth is ode. It has lyrics. Some emotions are expressed in ode. It shows the characteristics of a person. Like there are many odes written for Mahatma Gandhi. These are written as a tribute to him as he worked selflessly for the nation and encouraged the citizens of India. Ode is written separately for different persons. So, ode is a form of lyric poetry expressing emotion and it's usually addressed to someone or something. The language of poetry is not easy to understand at once. If you read more, you will understand that language has many different ways to express. There are different styles and patterns used in poetry. Poets use different ways to express their thoughts, ideas in poetry. These are called poetic devices. There are 6 poetic devices. First is the structure of the poetry. Second is grammar. Third is rhythm. Fourth is metrical. Fifth is verbal. And sixth is visuals. There are different styles and patterns used in poetry. Here I'll tell you about 10. First is alliteration. Alliteration is when words start with the same sound. For example, Sammy, the slippery snake, came sliding. In this sentence, the words are used that begin with the same sound. Look at this example. Did you see this example? Similarly, you can find examples in poetry which has a series of words begin with the same consonant sound. Second is assonance. In English, we have vowel letters, that is A, E, I, O, U. Do you remember? the vowel sounds are used in the poetry. For example, the word mountain has vowels. In poetry, the words have to be near enough to each other that the similar vowel sounds are noticeable. Take a look in this poem. Did you see this? The letters which are underlined are vowels. Third is consonants. Do you remember? Earlier I have explained you in assonance about the vowel sounds. It is the same, but here we use consonant. Consonance is the repeated sounds produced by consonants within a sentence or phrase. Take a look in this example. Did you understand how the consonants are used in the poetry? This is consonance. Fourth is imagery. Imagery is the use of words or pictures for the reader to have a good imagination from the explanation or words in the poetry. Fifth is metaphor. It is used for comparing two things or thoughts that are totally different, but the poet's perspective shows some similarity. Let me give you an example. Her tears flowed like a river down her cheeks. Tears do not actually flow like the rivers. In this poem, the tears are compared to the river. The poet here says that the girl is crying so much that her tears are flowing non-stop. In metaphor, the comparison is not direct, it is indirect.